Hey guys, what's up everybody? Hold on just a second, okay? I gotta tie this link. I hope this will work. Ooh, I really want to hear her story so bad. Like I love this girl. I'm obsessed with her. So hopefully we can get her on. Yes, invite guest. Here we go. Send it to her. Bada bing, bada boom. Da 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 do da dee. Okay. Let me get a thing. Yeah, she can go out in her car. She just texted me, said, I wonder if I go out in my car if it'll be any better. So whatever you want, whatever she wants, whatever you want to do, Ty, I'm down. If you want to. Hey everybody. Come on in, everybody. I think Ty's going to come over here and join us. If she doesn't and we go live on TikTok, I'll leave you guys rolling and I'll let y'all hear her tell her story from TikTok, okay? And then I'll upload it after I record it. This girl is super fucking chill. She's a recovering addict. I think she's been sober for 6 years, I think, or almost 7 years. Hey, Colin. She's dope as fuck though. Like I am obsessed with her. She's so funny. Let me show y'all. Let me let y'all hear some of her content. Okay. Here. What she does, what drew me into her was she posts videos of her old text messages from when she was in active addiction. So listen. Come on.
What's up, you beautiful bastards? All right, this video is going to be me rating messages from girls to me during my addiction. And literally, I fucking save everything and delete fucking nothing. So if you guys want me to stop this shit, you're going to have to tell me because I got messages for days. Hey, sexy, is your boy good? Yeah, what you need? Got 200. Come through. Kay, do you want to hang out? I was going to get high and go see Twilight by myself. Want to come?
Yay!
Didn't take you for the Twilight.
Yeah,
hey, girl. Talk to me for a second. Let's see.
All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. How the fuck we doing? We doing good?
We're doing good. Okay, right. Let's get into it,
baby. All right. This is weird. I've never seen a YouTube live before.
Yeah, I got StreamYards hooked up to it. So right now we're live on YouTube and Facebook.
What? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. That's crazy.
I wish we could stream. I wish I could stream to TikTok too. That would be cool, but they don't have it to where we can do that yet. But I'm sure they'll get it that way. Let me go ahead and put this public, and so that way we can get it out to everybody on Facebook.
Yeah, okay. I want my wife. I want to send my. Am I able to send my wife the link while I'm in here?
Yeah, here I can give you the link. I can put the link in the chat. Do you need, or you can send her the link that I just sent you.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Or you can just go to YouTube and share it to her, or I can send it to you on Facebook. However you want me to do it.
All right, I'll just share the link that you sent me. Hold up.
Okay. I'm super excited to hear your story. I'm sharing this to everybody. Are y'all excited? I love Ty. She's fucking hilarious. Y'all are going to love her.
Wait, if I send my wife the link that you sent me in text messaging, isn't it going to bring her here like a participant or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I just want.
I'll send you the regular link. Hold on. I'm going to send you the regular link.
So who are you talking to? How many people here? I don't see any people.
There's 14 people right now.
Really? I don't see shit. How do you see it?
They're on I can see all their comments too. Hey, Sunshine, what's up, girl? I guess I don't know how you can see them, but I can see comments. I can see all the people in here. So we got 13, 12. Let's get it built up. Hey, Krista. Hey, Effie. Come on in, everybody. I'm really excited.
Like,
I'm obsessed with you.
I'm honored.
You know,
I'm honored.
Like Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm honored. You were one of the first people that I found on TikTok in the recovery community.
Really?
Yeah.
When I saw you doing your text message videos, I was
Yup,
like,
you.
this girl is just like me, because you were doing your text message videos and you were just telling it like it was with no holds barred, almost up to 20 people in here. And that's how I am.
I tell people I used up all my lies in active addiction. I don't bullshit, man. Like I just don't got the fucking time for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And I get a lot of shit.
Like. People need to know what it's like. I get a lot of hate on TikTok for sharing those messages, but like, I just feel like that side needs to be shown. You know what I mean?
Alexis is in here. I know you were talking to her. Is that your girlfriend?
Good.
Okay. She says, I'm so obsessed with Ty. The way she tells the things she did in her addiction makes me feel less ashamed.
Aw, who said that? Alexis?
Yeah.
That's my homie, yo. That's my girl.
That's Alexis.
I'm gonna send this link to my wife real quick. I'll be right back.
Take your time. Okay. So you guys, I'm excited. Like I said, Ty is a lot like me. We both just are super blunt, and we just share it all. Like, we don't hold back anything. And I know that she's probably gets a lot of hate like I do, but we get a lot of shit for sharing that, a lot of the stuff we share, but we don't share it because we're proud of the things we did in active addiction. We share it because we want to help other people that maybe are going through the same thing we went through, you know?
Exactly. So. That's what people don't get. A lot of people say that I'm oh shit, oh no, you're not. I thought you were frozen. I get a lot of messages like, you're glorifying addiction, you're glorifying the street life. No, the fuck I'm not. I'm putting a spotlight on it to let people who aren't aware, and let my people, the people like me that are either still in addiction or in recovery, know that they're not alone. Like, I know how, dude, I'm like the most extroverted motherfucker on the planet. And I know how ashamed I feel about the things that I've done. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine what somebody who's not as like me feels. You know what I mean?
Yep. What I was saying the other day was, I was saying, you don't reach people who are struggling in addiction by talking about recovery. You reach them by sharing about what you've been through and your experiences. That's what they mean by having, you know, they say you have to share a message that has depth and weight, right? And so you can share about recovery all you want, but you don't share about the other side of it, then you're missing out on the weight of the story. You know, you can't have one without the other.
Right. So, right.
Okay, I'm going to let you take over. So tell us
comments if I
do I
over, but then I can't.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was clicking the comments. So if I stop looking at you and go to comments, I can see them, but I can't see them when I'm talking.
Okay. So I'm going to let you start. Tell us what it was like growing up.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to start fresh in case the people that weren't in the TikTok are here now.
Yes.
All right, guys. So basically, Nicole asked me if I had any like insecurities growing up. She was telling me about how she felt always like kind of not really comfortable in her own skin. And I think that's interesting because I felt the exact same way. You know, I'm biracial. My mom was black. My dad's white. I'm mixed. I have 5 other siblings that are all dark, way darker than me. You know, so everybody always kind of teased me for being light skinned and white skinned, pretty much. You know what I mean? And so like I lived in the city. Everybody always called me the white girl. I lived in the suburbs. People called me the black girl. So I always felt like I kind of stood out no matter where the fuck I went. You know what I mean? So I always felt kind of insecure about that. I just never really liked myself as a kid, to be honest, which is interesting because I'm like obsessed with myself as an adult. I don't know if that's like a fucking drug addict narcissist thing or what, but like I just love myself now. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm older and I know what we've been through, you know?
Yeah.
But shit, are we frozen?
Nope, I'm hearing you good.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I don't like about myself now is my size. Then I'll take over the fucking world, you know?
Oh my gosh. If I could lose 50 pounds, I would be on top of the world. On top of the world. I'm obsessed, but I would be even more better. That's the only thing that I'm insecure about. Yes.
Right. Me too. Me too. God knew. He's like, we got to make you chunky, bitch, because you won't act right,
Yeah.
you know? But, damn, I feel like we're lagging, Nicole.
It does lag a little
Are
bit
we
on your
lagging?
end, but you're okay. Like I can hear you though.
Not too bad? Okay. All right. All right, my mom died when I was 8. I never got like any kind of counseling for that. She just kind of was just gone one day. Nobody talked to me about it. So like I never found out what she passed away from, and that like triggered like severe anxiety in me. So since I was like 8 years old, I've always been obsessed with like death and like thinking that I was gonna die and just like dead one day. It's never really gone away. It was like part of like my health issues, my mom and me this severe anxiety. So when I was 13, I started smoking weed regularly, and I like fell in love with that shit. Like weed was my first love. Like I could never smoke enough. I was 13 years old, riding my bike around my suburb, fucking selling weed to fucking grown ass adults, like fucking just so I could smoke a fucking half ounce a day. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
was pawning and when I couldn't do that, I would fucking pawn my dad's house, bro. I showed extreme like drug addict behaviors long before I was a drug addict. Like, and I think that's crazy because like I haven't ever met anyone else who's had that happen before. Like, who the fuck what kind of 13-year-old kid is like robbing their parents to get some fucking weed? You know what I mean?
You knew
You
what
ever
you needed. You knew what you
anything like
wanted.
that?
You know what I'm saying? You knew you
Yeah,
wanted the weed, so you had to get money for it. I totally understand what you're talking.
right.
I had some addict tendencies, but they were centered around food. That's where I noticed that I had the disease of addiction before I ever picked up a drink or a drug, and it was with
Mm-hmm.
food. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. You know what? It's so interesting that you say that because I was actually the same way, and I didn't think to say that until you just brought it up. So even when I was like 7 years old, I was like obsessed with fucking sugar. Like my parents would get like some kind of like little Debbie's or some shit, and I would like steal them shits and stash them around the house so that nobody could have them but me. You know what I mean? Like I would like scarf shit down, and it's crazy you brought that up because I've been talking to my wife about that because my son does that and it really scares me. And she doesn't really know what I mean because she wasn't like me, she's like, all kids love sugar. I'm like, listen, that's a fucking drug addict behavior here. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was the same way. I didn't
Crazy.
hide it because I didn't
Um,
have to hide it. So my parents were always like really big on us eating all of our food, and my dad would kind of like push this. He would push the make sure you eat everything on your plate. And then once me and my sister started struggling with our weight, my dad also struggled with his weight, so he would always point it out to us. And so me and my little sisters, we became obsessed with our weight, and all three
right.
of us are still to this day. Can you hear me good?
Really? Are your are your sisters drug addicts?
One of them is my
Really?
middle
All
sister.
three? All three of you?
No, just two.
Wow. Wow. Two.
That's-
2 out of 3.
Yep.
So there's 6 of us. 4 out of 6 in my family. Out of my siblings.
Oh wow, wow. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can you
Like
hear
I
me?
feel like our
Yeah.
conversation. I'm going faster than you are, and it's like going slow. So I'm just going to let you talk because I want people to hear your story. So tell us, you were 13 years old, buying weed, selling weed. You take it away. I'm going to let you talk so that way we don't get choppy.
Okay. Okay. And if I'm lagging too much, just throw your hand up or something, and I'll, whatever, be quiet. All
Okay.
right. So long story short, like I was saying, I always had like extremely bad anxiety. Ever since my mom died, I had a fear of death. I would like be in the nurse's office like every single day, thinking that something wrong, in a different part of my body. I'd go like, oh, my hurts or my neck hurts, or like I would literally think I was having like a tumor fucking rupture or an aneurysm when I was fucking 8 years old. And it was like everybody knew about it and nobody ever really addressed it. Like my family's never really been big on talking about mental health and shit. So I never got the help that I needed. When I found fucking weed, it was it was fucking amazing to me. And I know a lot of people, I'm not saying like every teenager is going to be like this, you know, because I do agree with like, you know, weed for like I do. Oh, I'm seeing comments now. My bad. But I do like everybody I know smokes weed. I don't think it's a drug to everyone, but I think it can definitely be a gateway drug for like developing brain that is looking for ways to numb themselves. You know what I mean? Because for me it was definitely a gateway drug. I couldn't get enough of it. Like I would fucking smoke like 10 blunts a day, never be high enough. And then eventually I'm like, all right, well, my tolerance is high. I need some to shut my fucking brain off, and then I'm looking for something else. You know what I mean? So a lot of people get mad when I say that, like, oh, well, it's just weed, it's legal, it's this, it's that. I agree with all those things. I don't think it's a hardcore drug. I think it's just like food. Like it depends on the person. Not everyone is going to kill themselves with fucking food, but some people are. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
I agree.
yeah, so I was like that. I would fucking I was robbing my closest friends like when I didn't need to. Like I was 14 years old selling weed on my little town, and my own friends would like want weed, and I'd like rip them off. One time I sold a mentally challenged dude fucking. I chewed up a wad of fucking 14 years old. I chewed up a wad of thumb and rolled it around in fucking parsley and oregano, and I put it in a fucking cellophane baggie. I scaled it up and I sold it to this guy for $50. Like, who the fuck does that? At fucking, you know what I mean? Crazy. All kinds of shit. When I was fucking like 15, 16 years old, me and my two guy best friends, his neighbors moved out of their house. Normal fucking 15-year-olds, they see the neighbors move out the house. Maybe they'll break in, have a little hangout, smoke sesh. What the fuck do? We go in with sledgehammers, we tear the walls apart, and we steal all the fucking copper to get weed.
Damn.
Like, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy when I think back on it. Yeah, like it's crazy when I think back on it. I was breaking into houses and stealing laptops and fucking computers and the original fucking iPods, like all to get some weed, bro. Like it's crazy when I look back on it. So, so yeah, that started when I was like 13. I smoked weed. I just went along smoking my weed fucking like a chain smoker for like 3 years. And then like I dabbled, you know, me and my friends dabbled with like hydros, Adderall, shrooms, you know, I want to say the usual suspects, but I don't know if that's usual in other towns or not, you know, nothing too hardcore, you know. And then so coke, like I tried coke a couple times, but like I said, I've always been high fucking strung, so I wasn't into that. Like I always needed to calm down. I wanted to fucking chill and shut my brain off. I was already naturally like a cokehead, you know what I mean? So Xanax was the first motherfucking thing to get its claws into me. So my grandmother had insanely bad anxiety. She had what's that shit called when you're afraid to go outside? Agoraphobia, maybe?
Agoraphobia.
I don't know. But my grandmother would not go outside for like fucking 10 years, right? She was prescribed 4 Xanax bars a day, Nicole, for 12 years. 4 Xanax bars a day. She only took 1. So my grandma put 3 Xanax bars away every day for fucking like 20 years. And when I was 16 years old, I stumbled on this with my friend. I never thought anything of it. Like my grandma would be sick and or be nervous and panicky. She'd be like, Ty, get me a pill. I never put thought into, oh, what's this pill she's taking? One day, one of my brother's friends is over. He's like, yo, you got fucking stockpiles of Xanax. What the fuck? Like, this is mad money. We can sell these and make money, blah, 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 blah. So we started doing that. We took them, we started selling them, and I was drooling on myself for the next 2 years. And that was the shit that got its fucking claws into me. That's when I really started being fucked up. I would steal things I didn't need to fucking steal. I would like go to my friends' houses and steal like magazine, like, dude, my buddy's mom was a hoarder. She would have like the dumbest shit laying around their house. Fucking, I would steal like knickknacks and shit. I stole a snow globe. I stole a snow globe from my fucking friend's mom. Like, the dumbest shit, man. Just I would take things I didn't need, and it was crazy. So where was I going with that? So yeah, I started doing Xanax. I started doing really, really grimy shit. If you guys have watched my TikTok channel or you know me in real life, you already know the next thing I'm gonna say. I was 18 years old. I had a best friend from the time I was like 13 years old. My fucking boy. I go to his house one night. I'm fucking zooted out of my face on Xanax, and I'm waiting for him to come home. I'm hanging out with his fucking girl. I'm hooking up with her, and literally, it was like the biggest mistake of my life. It changed like the entire path of all three of our lives. From that moment on, like I was just stuck with this girl, and she was really fucked up. She was doing fucked up shit since we were kids too. Like she was like that girl that was like 13 years old blowing like fucking 25, 30-year-old men for like a couple cigarettes. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
we were just a fucking train crash waiting to happen real. So we were doing like Xanax together, and like we would literally like get fucked up and like wake up like naked in like fucking like public bathrooms type shit. Like I remember one time like I remember being like at this house in my town, and all of a sudden I fucking woke up. I'm on the floor, no clothes on, in a fucking colonial laundromat, and there are fucking police banging on the door. Apparently, like we were like sniffing like a bunch of Xanax, and we didn't have anywhere to go because we ended up homeless. So we would like go to like places that were open 24 hours, like laundromats and fucking diners and shit like that. I guess we went into the the bathroom with the laundromat, started fucking around, and just like fell asleep. And we're just fucked up. Like the police came, and it was crazy. So that shit would happen for like 2 years. I would just wake up in random places, and like people would be telling me about my night, and I wouldn't even remember anything happening. Like I would have people mad at me all the time, like, and I didn't know why. Or I would meet somebody that I fucked over, and I wouldn't even know it. Like fucking one time, there's a diner in the city that I live in. One time, I'm fucking 17 years old. I go to this diner, and this dude punched me in the fucking face. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. But apparently, I
Oh
robbed him for
shit.
$75 during my Xanax era. You know, crazy shit. So, so that was my thing, Xanax, until I was like 18. And then I don't know if you youngins are gonna know, but back when I was 18, there was Oxycontin, and that was
Yep.
Big Papa right there. That was the motherfucker that got us. That was the one that's like, all right, if you ain't hooked yet, you about to be, bitch. Come here. You know what I mean? So that
Yep.
was the motherfucker that really got his claws into me. So I didn't know it at the time. I would have like really, really bad pain in my stomach, and like I would be really, really sick, and I didn't know why. It turns out I had like 5 gallstones in my gallbladder, but I didn't know it at the time. So like I would fucking like sniff like a half an OC80, and I would just get this like relief. Like I would just feel so much better, and I didn't know why. You know what I mean? Eventually, I like ended up having my gallbladder taken out and shit, but like it really relieved my pain for a long time before they figured out what was wrong with me. So I'm doing these fucking pills. Dude, I was so fucking suburban and naive, Nicole. I'm doing these pills. I would do them as like a fun like party thing. Like me and my buddies, we would like do them on like weekends, all fucking like it was like a fun thing. So I would do them on the weekends with my buddies, and then like spring break came, and I did them for like 2 weeks straight. Literally, so I switched up 2 parts of the story. So me and that girl were homeless together, but we were homeless together after this part of the story I'm about to tell you. All right, I got
Okay.
it myself. Anyway, so fucking, I would do these fucking oxys like on the weekends. I would do them on spring break and shit. And I didn't know that they made you sick. You know what I mean? So I would do them on, and then one week I thought I had the fucking flu. I fucking started like puking and shitting my brains out, and I felt like shit. I actually had like 5 of these pills in my pocket, and I wasn't doing them because like I didn't feel good. My brother's like, "You dumbass bitch, you don't feel good because you need the fucking pills." He's like, "You're dope sip, you fucking," and I didn't know. You know what I mean? I didn't know that was the thing. So and I felt like $1,000,000, and after that, it was over. Like I just never wanted that feeling again, and I made sure that I stayed fucked up every single day. You know. So on for like a year, and then you already know the tamper resistant, and that's when everybody made the switch from the pills to the heroin. You know,
Yep.
and I was actually like the one of my friends to do it. My girl, she was doing it for a while behind my back. I didn't even know it. And Like, I didn't know it for a couple months. I thought we were all just fucking sniffing it. And then eventually she told me, I found out that she was doing it. I still didn't do it for a couple months. And then one day I was really fucking sick, so fucking desperate. We couldn't get any money. She ended up scraping up $20 and we got one bag each. The bags were $10. We got fucking 2 bags, one each. She's like, listen, you are gonna feel like shit in like an hour, bitch. Like, you gotta bang it. So I did. I just fucking held my arm out. She did it for me. And Nicole, when I tell you, it literally brought me to my knees. I mean, it brought me to my fucking knees. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
to this day, I can't think of anything like it. And I'm not trying to glorify it or anything like
Oh,
that.
I know.
It's just the truth. There's just nothing fucking like it. You know what I mean?
I know.
Anyone watching, but there is a price to pay. So don't run with what the fuck I'm saying, because I'm not done yet. So, obviously, there's nothing fucking like it. You know what I mean? Just the wave of euphoria that washed over my body was everything that I was looking for. You know what I mean? It was like fucking freezing outside in the cold and putting a blanket in the dryer and just wrapping it around you. You know what I mean? Like being stuck in a fucking loud ass club for 5 hours and finally getting silence, just peace. You know what I mean? But it never stayed. That's only the one time. It's only the one time. It's only the first time. It never ever lasts. You never get that again. You know what I mean? So after that, it was fucking hell on earth. I was doing any and everything to fucking get it. Hold on, these comments are throwing me off. It was
I'm putting them up so you can see them.
Become addicts. Oh, thank you. Yeah, real shit, SJ. That's real shit. The O's that she started it all. The OC80s, you already know, girl. And or boy, I don't know. And the fucking Opanas, yeah, man, that shit. That's what I'm saying, man. Like that, making that shit tamper resistant. Oh, are you from TikTok? Thank you for hopping over. I'm lazy, man. I don't think I would have came to YouTube to watch someone's live. Thank you guys, for real. I appreciate all of you. So yeah, where was I going? I ramble and I get off topic.
I like it. So you're doing great. You're doing great. So you were telling us about how the feeling that you got from the first time you were injected with Oxy.
Right. So yeah, so actually, yeah, so that shit brought me to my fucking knees. But this night, there were a lot of different things going on this night that I shot up for the first time. So I don't know if you guys have been watching my videos. I have a little brother. He's a couple years younger than me. So I was 19 and he was 14. This night, he was at my house. He knew I was doing drugs and stuff, but he knew that I was only sniffing them while my girlfriend was banging them. I always promised him that I would never do it. So this night that this happened, I go into the room, I bang it up. He tells me that like I went into the room and I came out and I was like a different person. He was like, I knew instantly that you did it. He was fucking heartbroken. He was absolutely heartbroken that I did it. So when I did it first time, my little brother was in the next room. He didn't see it or anything, but he just knew, you know what I mean? It completely broke his fucking heart. And I'm bringing that up now because it's crazy to me thinking back, and I feel like shit because he was a 14-year-old kid and he was heartbroken knowing his big sister was a drug addict. And then, come to find out the girl that I was with was feeding him fucking drugs behind my back, got him hooked on drugs at 14, and now he's a drug addict too. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to me to talk about these things because like I'm remembering shit that I haven't thought about in a while. My bad. Fucking crazy.
No, you're doing good.
So I ended up banging it up.
We can relate to your story.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy thinking about that shit. So anyways, so I bang it and you already know, off to the fucking races. So like I would do like sketchy shit before to like get my OCs like, oh, I'll be right back, not come back, fucking, rip people off with some butter, whatever. But after this, like I was doing fucking whatever. So like my girl, like I would get like, she like had sugar daddies. Like, she was probably fucking them the whole time and I didn't know it. But so like I would always like beef with her about her like going and chilling with these dudes. After that, I'm like, you gotta fuck who? Okay, you want me to go buy you some condoms real quick? That's cool, you know? Do whatever the fuck you got to do. You're bringing me back some dope. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't give a fuck about anything after that.
Yeah.
You know, like, literally not a thing. I would do all kinds of shit. I would make back page ads and then meet motherfuckers and just rob them. I would fucking everything. You already know everything. So yeah, so I wasn't only doing heroin, I was also doing Dilaudid. I don't know if you guys know what those are. I don't know how big they are in other parts of the country.
I know what they
but
are.
They're like just like a crazy pain pill too. And yeah, those I would do them. So yeah, so after this, like I would just kind of bounce around. Like it's hard for me to piece together a timeline after this point, which I've been trying to do hard. Like I've really like I keep on telling my story on TikTok and then I try and I fail because everything is blurred into pieces. Like I can't piece everything together chronologically. You know what I'm saying? So forgive me for that. But yeah, man, it was just hell after that. So like we started banging up in that apartment that we were in. So like she had like two dudes that she was like seeing on the regular. We hated each other. Like we literally could not stand each other. But she wanted somebody that was gonna she didn't want to live alone with her sugar daddy whose house we were staying at, and I didn't want to be homeless. So I just stayed there. So like she would have dudes coming in and out. I would have different girls coming in and out. And everybody just knew what it was. They just knew that we were stuck together and we were running partners. And you know, it was really crazy, man, crazy. I'd like girls home and she would be cool with it when she had dudes there, and then one like her dudes would leave and she would like beat somebody's ass that I had like brought home and shit. It was nuts. But so this apartment that I'm talking about right now, yeah, is there? Yeah, for real. 3-hour drive just to get them. That sounds very realistic, for real.
Yep.
So yeah, this apartment that I lived in when I was doing this shit, crazy coincidence. And so her sugar daddy lived in an apartment building right next to fucking parents, like right next door. So like I would like be out on the patio, but I wasn't talking to my parents at this time. Like, and when I say parents, I mean my dad and my mom. So like I would see like my dad leave for work and he wouldn't say hi to me. He wouldn't say anything. He wouldn't talk to me at all. But then I'd be looking out the window and he'd be talking to this bitch. He'd be like giving her weed and giving her hugs and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like you can fucking, oh shit, what up, Barbie? She would like fucking be like flirting with my dad and shit right in front of me. So like I never like had any concrete proof at this time, but like I had an idea. So I would just like like I would like go and slash my dad's tires and watch him fucking struggle to leave the parking lot and shit, like just crazy shit. You know what I mean? Just because I was so pissed that I knew something was happening. So come to find out, like a year later, bro, she finally tells me, like, she's like finally just like done holding it in, and she's like, fuck you, like I only kept you around because fucking I wanted someone to be fucking high with, and I ruined your life on purpose, and I fucked your dad, I fucked your stepmom, I fucked both your brothers. Like this bitch like literally ran through my fucking whole life, bro. Like for real, for real. Yo, and you know what's crazy? I know I'm gonna sound so fucking petty right now. She's still in the game. She's still a 304. She's still hooked on dope. Yo, her arm is about to fall off, Nicole. Her arm is about to fall off. I got this crazy ass picture that somebody sent me. She is getting so fucked up, man. And fucking, I don't even know how this kind of shit happens, bro. But her arm looks like some shit out of The Walking fucking Dead now. Like a fucking zombie was just gnawing on it. It's fucking crazy. I actually stuff out it and I got for it for a little bit. But like I was like, genuinely curious, like how the fuck does that shit happen? You know? I was trying to warn people, like I've like had abscesses and shit like that, but I've never had no shit like I seen on this girl's arm, bro. When we get off, I'm gonna have to send you this shit and see if you've ever seen anything like it.
People are starting to get a hold of this dope. People are starting to get a hold of this dope that like rots their arms. I don't know what it is, but it's like some mixture of fentanyl and something else. Fentanyl, they call it Fetty Wap, and it's fentanyl and
like that flock of it.
Yeah, but it has some kind of elephant tranquilizer in it or something like that.
Why are they doing it then, man? That's crazy.
I don't know. It's a lot, man. It's crazy.
I don't get why the people put that shit in the dope. Like, you want to kill your customers? It doesn't even make sense to me.
I know. Okay, keep on going. I'm listening. You're doing amazing. We're really enjoying this.
But
Everybody
give me a second. All right, yeah, give me
we
a
are
second.
obsessed with you.
All right, because I feel like I'm rambling like a madman. Okay. All right, give me a second.
No, you're doing great.
This is gonna look weird, but I'm literally just trying to get my thoughts together. Just give me a sec.
You're fine. Take your time. Take your time.
What'd I say?
About the girl's arm.
What was I just saying? This is how bad my memory is, for real.
You hear me? You were talking about your the girl that went through your whole family. She fucked your your dad, your brother.
I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So she ended up going through my whole family, blah blah blah, whatever. So like I just bounced around. Like I just pretty much bounced around. So eventually, and it sounds sickening to fucking say, honestly. So she had a daughter this whole time. She had a daughter this whole time with my best friend, but she had given her daughter up to her parents. So it sounds so fucked up to say. I probably would be stuck to this with this girl to this day. She actually left me after all this shit that she did to me. I never left her. I stayed with her the whole time. But eventually, she left me to go back down to Georgia. So when she did that, I just found another girl. So let's see. So I move on. All right. So I end up going to college. So at this point, I'm like 22. I'm a complete fucking dope head, but I'm not banging it because I could never bang it myself. I always needed her to do it for me. So when she left me, I'm like, all right, I'll get my shit together. I'm only sniffing dope. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I signed up for college. Fucking idiot. I signed up for college and I got another girlfriend. You already know how that went. So I got the maximum amount I could prove that I had been living in a homeless shelter at the point. So they set me up. I got an apartment with this girl. I got $6,000 every semester. Blew the entire fucking thing. Literally just blew the entire thing on heroin. I'm literally still paying for the dope that I did in 2012, guys. So me and this girl were stuck in this apartment, and she was a straight girl. She was like one of, I don't know. It was weird. It was really weird. Like I was supposed to actually help this girl. She was one of my grandma's. My grandma was best friends with her mom, and they thought that I was clean because this girl was gone, and I wasn't nodding out all the time because I was sniffing the dope. I wasn't like banging it and being like an idiot like I was before. So they wanted me to help this girl, and it was really fucked up. They like set us up to talk and shit, and instead we just ended up piecing out and getting fucked up together. And she was my new phlebotomist, So then we end up going to college, getting all these student loans. We end up staying in this apartment, just the two of us, getting wasted every single fucking day. Eventually we get into like a big argument. Like it was like a huge argument, and I was like leaving, and somebody called the cops. Our apartment got fucking raided. That's how I ended up getting put on probation. They put me on probation for 3 years for that. They actually thought that we were like suppliers. They like, there's too many. I'm like, listen, we're just hardcore junkies. Like, we're not selling to anybody. We don't even know where the fuck we are. We were just in a random town. Hey, what's up? So yeah,
I love you, Ty.
Loki,
I love
your energy. I'm a former crackhead. What's up?
That's the recovery bully.
What's up, homie? The recovery bully. She really is too, yo. She be shutting these Karens down. I love that shit.
I love it. I love watching her fucking shit, dude. I love watching her do that. I love it. It makes me laugh so hard.
Yo, you know what I'm really enjoying right now? I love your tell me your secret.
Yeah, secrets keep you sick.
You know what I'm talking? You're telling me your secrets. I love that.
Yeah,
for real. I wish I thought of that shit
doing
first,
that
bitch.
last year. And somebody was talking shit, so I stopped doing it, and now I'm doing it again. Sorry, y'all.
Yo, fuck that. Let them talk shit. Who gives a fuck?
I know. I'm sensitive, girl. I'm a sensitive gangster.
All right, so what was I going with?
Where were we at? I'm a Pisces.
Oh yeah. I knew that. Okay, so so long story short, I end up getting raided. My apartment gets raided. I get put on probation. Like I'm going from house to house. I don't have like a steady girlfriend or running partner. I'm just kind of everywhere at this point. That shit really got bad when I was on my own. Like shit was always terrible when I had a girl, but I was always one of those people that no matter how long I had been doing dope, my tolerance was always crazy low. I don't know what was up with it. Like I would fall the fuck out all the time. So once I was on my own and I didn't wasn't like attached to some girl, I would just like be flatlining all over the fucking place, like for real. It was scary. So eventually, I told the story on my TikTok. I love the personality Ty has. Oh fuck yeah, man! I love you guys. Thank you for the support, for real, for real. Um, so long story short, I was on my own. I was burning bridges fucking everywhere, and it was dark, man. Like I didn't have anywhere to go. I would fucking do all kinds of crazy shit just for a roof. Like I fucking posted on TikTok about this. I was like fucking random fucking ugly girls that I had no connection with at all, just for a roof and a place to stay in. I robbing fucking everybody and putting up fake fucking back page ads just to get money. I even fucking pickpocketed people like a couple times, like real ballsy shit, just desperate, you know what I mean? Desperate ass shit. So so my last time, so right before I went to rehab, I was desperate as fuck. I like had no moves to play. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. One of my oldest homegirls, she like hit me up. She wanted a bundle. I sold her sheetrock, like a bunch of bag, and I really like took sheetrock out of the fucking wall of the house I was at, and I put it in a bunch of bags, and I sold it to her so that I could get shit and so that I wasn't sick. Yep, real shit, yo. So this is actually, if you go to my if you go to my page, I talk about this. This is the one where I got a lot of hate, and understandably, you know what I mean. It was fucked up. So anyway, and mind you, I had known this girl since I was 11 years old. She was the first girl that I had ever fucked around with. She was like the first girl I ever loved. But she like we fucked around and then she dipped on me and went with my older brother. So I was like, you know, there was like crazy fucked up small town history. You know what I'm saying? Most of these characters that I'll talk about are all from my small town, and we got crazy fucking history, like some weird Dawson's Creek Vampire Diary shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I end up fucking getting a bundle of sheetrock together and I end up selling it to her. She fucking hits me up like an hour later. I'm in the hospital. You're going to fucking jail. I already called the cops. You're gonna go to jail for attempted murder. I shot that shit up and now I'm in the hospital. And as soon as the lab results come back, you're gonna be going away for like 25 years. I was fucking scared. I'm like, oh fuck. Like it hit me. I'm like, holy shit, I just sold somebody sheetrock. You know what I mean? Like I was so desperate and doing whatever I had to do. Like I wasn't like I don't know, man. It's like I didn't realize the seriousness of the situation, as fucked up as that sounds. I was just like money, get the money, get the dope, get high, I'm good. And then I did all that and I calls like, bitch, you're going to jail. I'm like, oh fuck, I probably really can go to jail for this shit. So then I got fucking scared. I fucking went like 3 more days fucking just getting fucked up, and I went into rehab after that. And the shit that I said, like I like half went because like I didn't have anywhere to go, and I was like tired of sleeping outside, and then I half went because I was scared they were going to be looking for me for attempted murder. And then when I got there, the shit that they said was making sense, and I'm like, you know what, I could try this recovery shit. And I did. I tried it, and it worked out for 9 months, and then I relapsed after 9 months this first time. Um, yeah, I linked up with somebody that I had met in rehab, a cool girl, and we were supposed to just hang out. And of course, she ends up bringing dope around me, so I relapsed. Went back to rehab again. I did good for like 3 months, and then I got caught selling one of my subs at my outpatient, and then they kicked me off my subs, and I relapsed again. This time I was out like 3 months. Yep, I relapsed for like 3 months, went back, and have been good since.
And that's so. Are you on MAT? Are you on MAT too?
Yeah, I'm on sub. Yep, I'm on sub.
Yay! You are?
Yep. Yeah, I've been on.
I did not know that. Why don't you talk about it more?
I do. I talk about it a lot.
I don't feel like I ever hear you talking about it. I guess maybe I missed those videos.
Yeah,
I did not know you were on subs.
I've made a couple of the like dose with me videos. I've made a couple of videos just, mentioning it. I mean, I probably should focus on it more because I know there is a lot of hate on the subject and a lot of people are self-conscious about it. I probably should talk about it more, really.
I think because you are such a strong.
So that's it. What do you think, man? How'd I do?
I think you did amazing. And I am so glad that we came over here so that way I could get it recorded.
You didn't know? That's crazy.
And everybody can hear you. You know what I'm saying? I think you did great. I think you should share more about being on MAT.
Does anyone have any questions? I know I get kind of crazy and off topic and shit.
Okay, yeah. Does anybody have any questions? If you do, put your questions in the comment section.
Sorry,
and
Nicole,
I'll put them up. It's okay. I'll put them up on the screen for Ty to answer. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section now so I can put them up for Ty.
What were you about to say, Nicole? My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. It's the lag.
Okay. What I was going to say is you are such a strong spoken person, and you are so like your account might not be huge right now, but it's going to be big. And so you are a presence in the recovery community, and you need to share because you could help so many other people that feel ashamed or feel alone. Like, I'm telling you, for real.
Yeah, I will. I'll start talking about it more. Because you're right. And I do want people to know that it's okay. I've made a couple videos because I've been trying to respond to my comments more. And I've had a couple videos. The confidence to start my TikTok. So it's funny. So actually, I had never been on TikTok before. My fucking whole house was TikToking, dude. But they're on like trendy, doing all these dance TikToks. So like my wife and her sister and my kids, they be doing these weird like fucking dances. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what is this shit? And I would be laughing at them. Like, I'm like, yo, you guys are so corny. And then they're like, nah, TikTok's dope. You got to try it. I went on. Everyone fucking welcomed me with open arms. I'm like, yo, this is dope. Like, it's so much more than people think it is. People think it's like for kids and stupid like fucking douchebags in Hollywood. Like, no, it's for real people like us that need a support system.
Yep.
Whew, that's a loaded question. How is it with your other addicted family members right now? By the way, I would definitely follow you on top. Thank you. All right, so I'll break it down for you real quick. So I'm one of 6. 3 boys and 3 girls. We're the Black Brady bunch. I'm the oldest girl. I'm Marsha. So I got 2 years older than me. You got me. I'm 30. I got a 25-year-old brother, 2 22-year-old sister, a 20-year-old brother. So 2 of them are not addicts. So my older brother, I can't believe I didn't mention him in this whole story. So my older brother is a huge part of my story. Everything that I had ever done, I had done with him first. And like, we had the exact same friend group. So he's like, I actually have him blocked on TikTok because he's close friends with the demon girlfriend that I was telling you guys about. So man, I don't know, man. He hasn't been doing too good. He was on drugs for the last like 2 years, but about 2 months ago, like a month and a half ago, I kidnapped his kids. I went and I picked up my nieces, like I was grabbing them for the weekend because I do that all the time. And then I just did not bring them back home. I called him. I'm like, listen, man, this run's been too long. You got a 13-year-old and an 8-year-old. They're old enough to know what's going on. They know shit's not right. I'm keeping them. You're going to fucking rehab and getting yourself cleaned up. And if you don't, I'm calling the cops. I'm calling CPS. We're going to tell them everything that they have witnessed, and I'm going to fight you for custody. He fought me for like 2-3 days on it. And then eventually him and his wife went. kicking and screaming, but they went. And they're grateful. They're doing great right now. They've been out for like 10 days and they're doing pretty awesome. So that's him.
That's awesome.
My younger brother, he also just got. Yep, my younger brother Keanu, he's actually moving in with me tomorrow. He's the one that I made a video about on TikTok yesterday. He's gonna be moving in with me tomorrow. He's got like 60 days right now. He's doing pretty good. I 22, and then I got one more. My 22-year-old sister, she's like more of like an alcoholic Addie head. She's not doing too good. She's actually about to go to jail for 60 days for fighting a cop.
Oh man.
So yeah, it's a rocky road. And it's a rocky road. Like, it's crazy because when I was using, I was the fucking black sheep. I was like the pariah of the family. Nobody wanted to help me. Nobody wanted to talk to me. Everybody was ashamed of me. I was completely fucking shunned. And now I'm supposed to be like the leader because I got my shit together. I'm doing pretty good right now. You know, I've got some time under my belt. I got a good job and a family. And now everybody's coming to me for shit. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But I'm trying to keep these motherfuckers on afloat, you know?
You're doing great, Ty.
God, I just joined the account. Thank you. I love it. Thank you. That Backpage TikTok was hilarious. Yeah, that was real shit too, based on a true story. How old are you? Also, do you have any friendships you kept in recovery with people from the old life who also got into recovery? No, I don't. I tried. It never panned out for me, man. Like, people from the old life, like, something always went wrong. Like, they would be using, I would be using, we would both be clean, then use together. It just never worked out with people from my old life. The only people that I'm friends with from my old life are the people that were not on drugs. I have friends that I like met in like the halfway house that I met in recovery that I'll talk to from time to time, but I really don't have any friends. I have recovery TikTok. That's about it, man.
That's
I'm
how
31.
I am
I keep
too.
saying I'm 30. I just turned 31.
I'm 40, Ty. I just turned 40.
Sorry. My wife's like, you're not. That's amazing. Good for you. Level 40.
Yeah. I feel like I'm old.
Blessing. Because a lot of us didn't make it to that, you know?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You ain't fucking old. What are you talking about? You're in the middle of life.
You know.
How long have I been in recovery? 5 years. 5 years. September 18th, 2016. I kept saying 6 years, but it's because I'm an idiot and I wasn't keeping track. 2016, so 5 years. Yeah, keep these questions coming. I'm digging this. I'm feeling good now.
Yeah.
Yes, come on.
It's fun, huh? Yeah, keep the questions coming. I want to ask you a question, Ty. Can I?
Come on. How many people do we have?
Yeah,
of course. How many people are watching?
30. So how did you decide to get on MAT? Like, because for me, it was really hard for me to make the choice. Like, I was really ashamed. I didn't want to do it because I felt like because I had been taught that Suboxone wasn't sober. So how did you make that decision to get on Suboxone?
I'm going to keep it real with you. To me, it wasn't even a conversation in my head. It was just automatic because I knew I was not going to go through that fucking sickness forever. Like, I had to go through it for 3 days to even get the sub. Or no, 2 days, 48 hours they made me do. It wasn't a big deal to me. Like, where I'm from, everyone is like, that's how everyone starts. Not everyone, but most people. And I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I looked up subs and I felt comfortable. Like, I haven't seen, I know that it fucks your teeth up after long-term use, but I haven't seen anything that makes me feel in danger using them. You?
Yeah,
Is there anything that you see that and sometimes I get constipated.
And here's the thing. With the tooth decay, that doesn't happen to everybody. It only happens to some people. And there's ways to prevent it. By, like, brushing your teeth, flossing, and all that kind of stuff. Do you guys have, if you guys have questions, put them in the comment section because Ty's on a roll. I have another question, Ty. So did you ever learn how to shoot up on your own? Did you ever learn how to shoot up on your own?
Oh yeah. So you must have missed that part in the story. So I did end up learning when I ended up not having a friend and I was on my own. That's when I learned how to do it by myself, and that's when shit got crazy and went downhill quick. Like I was
Okay.
falling out in random places by myself, like you know what I mean, like being fucking brought back to life type shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, shit got crazy when I learned how to do it myself. It took me a long time. So I did heroin for the first time when I was like 20 or like 19, almost 20. And I didn't learn how to shoot up till I was like fucking 22. So yeah, it was crazy after that. Crazy.
Okay, here we go.
And what would I say if I met my younger self? I would say, listen, bitch, I know everyone tells you this shit all the time, and I know it sounds like some super horny old people shit, but I promise you, stay the fuck away from drugs and stop worrying about these bitches. Like, they are not gonna matter in fucking 10 years. Focus on you, you know? That's what I would say. I would say, I know you feel insecure right now when you hate yourself, but you're going to come into your own, and eventually your soul is going to shine through to the right people, and they're going to be able to feel your presence, and confidence is going to build. Like, stop hating on yourself. I hated myself. I really did. And it's
Yeah.
sad when I think back on it, you know.
I was the same way. I was really insecure and I felt like I wasn't good enough, and I used drugs because when I got high, I felt confident, I felt pretty, I felt skinny, and I did lose weight, and I felt more connected
Right.
to all the people that were around me. When I was sober, when I was, not on drugs, I didn't feel
Yep.
like I had connections with any of my friends. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep, yeah, exactly. So that was the thing that kept having me relapse. I felt I would go to hang out with people, even sometimes people that weren't on drugs, and I would feel like I was boring for some reason. I felt like I needed the drugs to be fun and energetic, and but I didn't. It was all in my head,
Yep. Yep.
you know?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Especially for you, Nicole.
Why do you think Xanax makes us steal?
I know, but they need to list sticky fingers as a side effect for real because it does
I
to
know.
everybody. Yeah.
Absolutely. Dude, listen to this. One time I had just taken Xanax and I'd taken a whole bunch, and I went to Walmart and I had on a brand new pair of black and hot pink Nike Shox. And I walk into the Walmart and I go to the shoe section and I find a pair of flip-flops that I liked. Bitch, they were like $2 flip-flops. I took my Nike Shox off, put them in the box, and put those $2 flip-flops on and went to walk out the door, and the cops got me.
Fuck out of here.
And the cops were like, "Why did you take
you
these
serious?
shoes?" Yeah, they were like, "Why would you do that? Look at these. Look at the ones you took."
Oh my god.
Yep.
That is
Stupid.
hilarious. Yes. That is one of the most stories I've ever heard. So I've been on subs for 5 years, and my dose has, so they said, how long have you been on subs and what dose? So I've been on them for 5 years consistently. This time around, my dose has fluctuated. So I started on 3 8 milligram subs. I was on 4 milligrams. I went down to 2 to 14, then to 12, then to 10, then to 8, then to 4. So this is a drug addict sounding shit's going to come into play. So I got myself down to 4 milligrams 2 years ago. I was a complete hermit, just going to work, not talking to anybody, just going home, isolating. I started talking to this girl on the internet, and I felt like I needed like an energy boost, even though it doesn't, So I ended up doing 8 milligrams instead of the 4 milligrams for like a week, and I never stopped. And I'm on 8 milligrams right now. I know
Ty,
it's kind of drug addict behavior. I don't know what the fuck
no,
happened.
I've done the same thing though. I've done the same thing, just so you know, and I'm really transparent about my struggle with Suboxone. So I did the same thing. Like I had a point where I was taking extra, and I had to go to my doctor and tell my doctor, like, I'm taking 4 milligrams more than I'm supposed to. And so they upped my dose to 12 milligrams. Now, in the last 2 years, I tapered from 12 milligrams all the way down to 0.25. But then I started fucking up and going back up to 1 and going from 1 to 1.5. And so I totally understand. And then I went back down to 0.25 and tried to jump off and had to get back on 0.25. So I totally understand.
So where do you stand in that journey right now? Are you still trying to get off them? I saw that. Or are you just staying on 2.5 or?
I'm staying on 0.25 right now. I'm going to stay on it. And in the summertime, I'm going to try and taper down and jump off again, but not until the summertime. I want it to be, and if I can't do it then, I'm just going to stay on that low dose probably for the rest of my life.
Right. And so with you, I'm staying on the shit. I mean, I would like to be at a lower dose, maybe not 8 milligrams forever, but if I am, dude. I know what kind of person I was without it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
A lot of people are ashamed grateful for the sub. You know what I mean? Because I personally couldn't have done it without it.
No, I totally get it. I was the same way. Do you guys have any more questions for Ty? Listen to me. I'm so glad we came over here because we can actually hear you. I know there's a lag between you and me, but we can actually hear you. And I'm glad we came over here.
Yep. Yeah, listen, I'm going to get it. I think it's my phone. I'm going to get a new phone tomorrow. So this shouldn't happen again. I should be good because my wife's lives are fine.
If you get a phone tomorrow, message me on my cell phone so we can do a live on TikTok, because I really want to do a live on TikTok because I will get like 200 people in there. Do you know what I'm saying? And then those 200 people will go to your channel.
Yeah, and that's what my followers are. But right. Yeah, and that's where my followers are. But I am so grateful for you guys that followed me over here. Yo, I love you guys. Always riding out, man. Always. I appreciate you. I've never seen her decide, but I look forward to watching your content. Thank you for bringing people like her on. Oh, thank you, Krista. Thank you, yo. We love you. We love you, and we love that supportive ass comment, yo, for real. I appreciate
Hell
people
yeah.
like you.
Hell yeah. Okay, Ty.
Like a social anxiety.
I guess I'll let you off here.
Hey,
go hang out with your wife. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I want to click on the chat and read the comments. Can I do that before you shut it down?
Absolutely. Go ahead. Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to do that real quick. Yo, I love you guys. Thank you for fucking hanging out with us and chilling with us. I appreciate all of you, and I hope that we'll do this again. Cole, I love you. You already know. Thank you, baby. Thank you.
I love you too, girl. I love you too. You can read the comments, though, if you want to before we go. Or did she already go? She already leave me? Oh, she already left me. Okay. What did y'all think about Ty? She pretty fucking cool, isn't she? Did you leave, Ty? Yeah, I think she left. Okay, that's okay. All right. What do y'all like about her? I love her. I feel like me and her are 2 peas in a pod, man. Like, I really want to get her on my TikTok channel. So everybody listen up. Everybody that's in here, let's head over back to TikTok. I'm going to go live on TikTok. We're going to do my skincare and all that good stuff, okay? So I'm going to end this broadcast, upload this video, and I'll catch y'all over on TikTok. Discovering Nicole.